couple of stretches for forearm flexors or wrist flexors, and so this can be used for golfer's elbow or medial epicondylis. Now, firstly, if this is a fairly fresh injury or an acute injury, we're going to opt again for the bent elbow position. The reason for that is that all the forearm flexors have this common origin at the medial epicondyle of the humerus. So these are actually two joint muscles because they're crossing both the elbow and the wrist joint. So we put them maximally on stretch at both origin and insertion if the elbow is in extended position, the wrist is in extended position. So we take that stretch off and make it a little less provocative if the elbow's in flexion. So that's going to be our first one. The grip width is, I'm going to take a sort of a pistol grip with the other hand. I'm going to catch the thumb with my index finger. The rest of my hand is pretty much going to go across kind of the base of the pad of my palm, which is on the base of my fingers, probably for most of you where your calluses are. So yeah, bent elbow position, pistol grip. I'm going to pull back into extension, and should obviously feel the stretch across the front of your forearm. Hold through for 15 to 20 seconds. If that feels okay, to slightly intensify the stretch, I'm going to add on a bit of supination. So I'm taking the thumb around and back towards me, this direction. And same thing applied, about 3 sets, 15 to 20 seconds like that. So obviously, the progression to this sort of a later stage exercise, provided it's pain-free, and these should be pain-free. Straight elbow position, elbow pit facing upwards. Draw the wrist back into extension, and then thumb pressing with that index finger slightly away. Same sets and hold times. Second one is going to be in a bent elbow position, and because some of these muscles, some of these forearm muscles have two actions, so they flex the wrist. Some of them also are going to either ulnar deviate, take the fingers downwards, or radial deviate, opposite way around, fingers up. So we can put on some specific components to help address them. So bent elbow position, I'm going to take my hand pretty much in the same position, so catching my thumb as well. I'm going to draw it back into extension, like this, so drawing the wrist back as far as you can. And then once I'm there, I'm going to try and draw the fingers downwards towards me. So I'm basically doing this motion, or facilitating that motion with my other hand. Again, put one component fully on before you put the next one on, so draw the wrist all the way back and then downwards, and you should feel it all the way across here. Remember, there's a pretty small amount of range of motion of this, so if you find that you're thinking that you're pulling the wrist further, and the elbow's lifting up, you're just dropping into shoulder internal rotation. So again, it's a really small movement. If you're moving too far, just check that the elbow hasn't changed position. Same sort of thing, 15 to 20 seconds, about 3 sets of this. Shouldn't be painful. Yeah, and that's that.